We've learned a lot of lessons in 2020, especially the importance of financial safety nets and security. Right now, it's the perfect time to have these conversations with your kids about finances and the importance of saving, understanding the value of money. So joining us to help with this, because I could definitely use some guidance, is Jason Paprocki. Is the Chief Operating Officer at Arizona Federal Credit Union, also a dad of two. So let me just tell you, this is an issue in my home. There is no understanding of money, especially because we rarely use cash. So how do you start talking about this with the little ones?
Well, I think with the little ones, and good morning, thank you for having me. With little ones, it starts earlier than you think. And really at a preschool age, you can start to talk to kids about money as an extension, I think, of counting. And it can be from a standpoint of, you're counting how much does something cost or how many does something cost if it's in terms of coins. And it's kind of fun to work with kids and show them, it's not necessarily the biggest object that costs the most coins, that different things have different values. I think it's important with a little one to teach them what a bank is. It's probably a strange concept for a little kid to think there's this place where you can take your money and these people, these very friendly, nice people will hold it for you and you can come back and get it again. And then I think wants versus needs, at a very early age, you can start to talk about toys are things that we want and food are things that we need.
Yeah, that is a very hard concept, I think, for young kids to understand. And hey, some adults, we struggle with that as well, right? I feel like I need that, but really I just want that. So when you're getting to maybe the older grades and later grade school and maybe on into junior high school, maybe kids are getting some income, maybe they are getting an allowance, or maybe they're earning extra money doing chores or jobs for neighbors or family. How do you start advising them to handle that money?
I think you go back to wants versus needs, but now it's about trade-offs, and it's about, really understanding, I might want this and, I'm going to sacrifice something else for it. You start to introduce, opportunity costs. You mentioned an allowance, and I think it's really important to set up a junior high aged child with a money stream and an income stream to introduce choices, and they can have the opportunity to decide what to spend. When my daughter was in junior high, we set her up with, an allowance, $20 a week. And we told her, you know what, you're going to manage some of your own expenses. So, there's plenty of food in the house if you want to take your lunch. But if you want to buy, different food or snacks at school, that's now coming out of your income. Or if you want to buy, additional clothes beyond what we think you need, then you're going to have to start to make those choices. So junior high is a perfect age to introduce some actual money management.
And you want to drive home, I imagine, the thought about saving is as important as spending, or more so. So is there a really basic breakdown equation, like, okay, you're getting 20 bucks for the week, I suggest you save half of it, a quarter of it?
It's really going to depend on the kid and how you set that up. Okay. But, in a case of maybe if it's $20 a week, gosh, can we start out, let's just say $5. If we can save $5, out of that $20 and start putting that aside. You can get creative. I would encourage you to get creative with ideas with your kids. One of the other things I introduced to my daughter was, I'm going to give you this allowance, and at the end of the month, whatever you saved, I'm going to pay you 10% interest so that you understand the value of saving, and it'll cause you to make different decisions. And that was a beautiful system. She started to save a ton of money, but it backfired on me because I caught my own mother slipping her 20s so that she could get more interest out of the bank with dad.
You got to really probably have a very thorough contract written out of exactly.
I needed a better QA process.
Who's putting money in and how that money is being earned. It is such good advice, because it can be shocking. You realize if you haven't had these conversations that understanding is just not there. Can you just point us to any other resources that we can use as we wrap up here if parents still have some questions?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go to arizonafederal.org/youth, and we've got some money guides on our website. They're set up so that they can help you as a parent or as a grandparent introduce money concepts and start to talk to your kids about money. There's also a link on that website to schedule an appointment to come in and open a kids account.
Thank you, Jason, so much. Really useful information. I'll be looking at the website, no doubt.
Thank you, Olivia.
Thanks. Happy holidays.